Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los. Rumble Aldo NICE is the uncle.
So everybody claims to be a little music head, and we all consume different type of music, different genres, different artists, the whole different little shebang. So this morning or whatever, I was goddamn running through my little replay, and with this just brings me to my next point. Bruh, ain't it kind of wild how long you might listen to somebody and you much ain't realize you was listening to this type of stuff? And with this, you know what I'm saying, it comes up like the subject of goddamn diet, you know what I'm saying? You can't be listening to that goddamn shoot 'em up bang bang music all the time and wonder why you're always on 10, you see what I'm saying? You can't be listening to that heartbreak men ain't no good type music and wonder why you always got these feelings towards the men, you see what I'm saying? You can't be listening to these pillhead fiend out rappers and wonder why your pocket's always skinny, you see what I'm saying? We gotta change our diets, you see what I'm saying? Listen to that turn up music, that get money music, the stuff that makes you do better per se.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
It's your boy Los, aka C.A.P.
Listen, bro, Rumble. You have to have a steady diet of diverse musical taste. Otherwise, your life will be dictated by the music you listen to. What is your thoughts on the abstract / thesis of Rumble's dissertation?
I think it's so funny. It's like the fad that's going on right now. It's like people are starting to post their replay. Like people are starting to post what they've been listening to and whatnot. And it seems like the popular theme is when you can post a replay of variety. So case in point, I got a homeboy that posted something, and it was like hip hop was his number one genre, and then the second genre was like pop country, and the third one was like EDM. Like it was like very off different walls, and I saw that a few times, and I think that's kind of the theme. And yes, I think that is healthy. It's nice to know everyone's struggle, even if it's through house music.
No, absolutely.
Oh, for me, I mean, when I looked at y'all's, I was like, damn, they got way more hours of music than I do, and I realized that like lately,
me too.
Yeah, you got way more hours of music than I do. But lately, is that when I'm riding, especially going to work and to and fro work in my car and stuff like that, I'm on audiobooks now a lot lately. Like I don't be wanting to hear that bam shabam bam bam.
That's funny.
Because I know the really just going to work and stuff and what's going on. I got enough on my head just going there every day.
This big self-help sounding ass nigga.
Yeah, not even that. Just no, I'm just interested in stories and different things like that.
Laws to follow it.
No, not that. I'm not following
LLC.
Nobody. No. not that either. But just listen to a lot of audiobooks, man. Just
the art of
those
war.
things in.
Lowe's hair care.
No. None of that either. Raj hair help.
We gotta remember who we talking about. The autobiography of Bun B.
Oh yeah, now you talking. Now you talking my language. Yeah, I'm glad you know me. Shit like that. Like I've just been listening to stuff like that and hearing people's stories and backstories of people I've been listening to for a while, and things like just different. Like I'm on the Obama book right now. So those things I've been doing in the car lately. So my hours of music have been shortened.
I got a question, and Los, and I feel my hours in the car are, and I think that's when we listen to most of our music. I would probably say the car and the gym. And so I just have a question: is the Obama book read by Obama?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's dope. I don't know if I want to hear listen to an audiobook, like an Obama audiobook read by James Mitchell.
If it's Samuel L. Jackson, I'll listen to it though.
Or if it's Morgan Freeman.
Or Morgan Freeman. Or Leonard Nimoy. They got certain people I listen to no matter what. Ken Burns. You can tell me whatever you want. I'll listen. They got the great narrators of our day. And I know I kind of went off script when I said Ken Burns, but look him up if you haven't seen a Ken Burns documentary. There, everything. I'm going to co-sign what Roger just said. I feel like our musical, and it's 2020, right? So, Los, when you said people been on music way more than you, I think that was Rumble who dropped his list first, which made it. He's probably been on music a lot more than us because he had a bit of a community. He was going back and forth. We haven't really been going to work like that in 2020, and even when we have been, it hasn't been that much of a time. So, like, to piggyback off of what Raj said, I would think that the overwhelming majority, not even think, I know that the songs that were on my list were things that were on my headset when I'm out running, like my jog music. Like it's my jog music, my workout music.
You've been working out. You've been working out a lot lately too.
Yeah, and if it ain't that, then it's like when I teach classes, I got like playlists that I get my teachers to give me songs that they want, and then I'll play like a mix of their favorite stuff. It'll be like Bob Marley, or it'll be like Elton John. It'll just be a diverse, eclectic Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, it'll just be whatever they want, Michael Jackson, whatever. It just spans the globe. So, like, that's the majority of the time when I'm playing music. When I'm facilitating a class, like they're doing some stuff and chilling, and I'm like, okay, let me play some song in the break, or when I'm working out. So it's like you just said, when I'm in the car, it's podcast. It ain't audiobooks. I'm not gonna say I'm as like I felt like Los was just a bit trying to put his eHarmony profile a little bit. So I listened to self-help
really
books.
No, I really wasn't.
I know, but I'm just saying from the outside looking in. Oh yes, and I like long walks along the beach, and I listen to audiobooks. But
along the ditch,
right?
There are no beaches in Houston.
But
the bayou.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts, and that's I got my podcast that I'm on. Most of them are about movies. I listen to podcasts about movies. That's my thing. Yeah. The only time I really listen to music in my car is if I'm going somewhere, cutting like I'm about to pull up to like I'm going to meet y'all somewhere. Y'all want to do something
on Sunday? I'm playing. Yes. Yeah. That's it. Like I don't know. Is that old age or what is that?
It's not old age. It's just going where we going. I don't think it's old age. Well, maybe it is old age. Shit, we used to.
No, I think it's definitely old age. It got me to thinking because, like y'all boys said, y'all like Rumble obviously listened to more music than me, but his music taste was much different than mine too. Mm-hmm. Somewhere along the lines, I got very old and started listening to the Isley Brothers for 2 hours.
I saw that,
and I don't know where that came from. But that also that brings me to my next point. I also saw a theme of people posting their stuff online, on their playbacks online. And one dude, this was like the funniest thing in the world to me. He had like a Kehlani song. One song was like his top song. Yeah. It was a Kehlani song. And it said, this was his top song. And it was like 400 plays. And it was between May 23rd and May 28th. It was like the first time you listened to the song was May 23rd.
Damn.
The last time you listened to the song
had a breakup.
Was May 28th.
Yeah, he hurt.
But it wasn't all Kehlani songs. It was just the one song.
He got either he hurt or he got burnt.
What happened without being silly is that he got caught on repeat.
Had to be.
And his phone probably just was on playing silently.
Yeah, how many times have you put on a song and like just search for a song? Like I know in Spotify when I search for a song. Right. And then that one song comes up and I hit play. If you don't do anything, it's going to keep playing that song. I've had people tell me, "You gonna keep playing that same song?" Like I've had it happen before, but not 400 times or however many you just
No, not that many times.
No, I mean, it seems like his phone was on for 4 straight days.
That man
died. Yeah. or he had an over under of Kehlani going over a certain amount of streams.
There you go. You're trying to put some money in the pocket. So speaking of the different streams, Rumble sent his. He broke the ice this morning. He had 62 hours. This was his top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's pretty much it comes up with this replay Apple Music thing. So he came up with Young Boy as his number 1, and it was Fredo Bangs for 2, Sauce Walker 3, Drake 4, Lil Baby 5, Money Man 6, Ride Wave 7. From the outside looking in, that's all the same nigga. But this, it's really not. I mean, I know Drake's different. I know, but I'm saying from somebody who doesn't know the culture, they would be like, you're listening to just, it's all rap. You know what I mean? Like he was talking about diversity and you got to do stuff. From outside of the culture, I think a lot of people would think that that's just rap. And I mean, I'll let y'all boys tell what y'all's are, but what's funny to me is I went to this, I just was said that I'm on Spotify these days. I used to be on Tidal, now I'm on Spotify. Never been an Apple Music guy, but, you know, never say never. But when I was I'm on Spotify, they got this thing called Wrapped. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Like WRAPPED, like Wrapped. And it's pretty dope. It's like it allows you to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like they'll tell you all of like your songs, your top songs. They come up with a whole playlist of your top songs, like 100 song playlist of your top song for the year. They give you the top artists and the top song, the minutes listened and all of that, your top genres and all of that. And it's another cool thing that I just like, one of the biggest things that they do. They got this thing called Missed Hits. And it's just based upon your favorite songs for the whole year. They make like a 40 song playlist of things that you probably gonna like. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, I mean, and it came out, and I'm gonna tell y'all what some of the songs on mine were in a second, because I had never heard of a lot of them, but I'm like, they know what I'm talking about. But my top artists were Fredo Bang was actually number 1 for me, and then Kanye West, Nipsey Hussle.
You going that Fredo hard, huh?
Rick Ross, and then Clips. I'm gonna tell you once again, Los, for some reason, when I put it on shuffle play, Fredo comes up very often when I'm on my exercise mix. And he's got like 3 or 4 songs on it with him in it. Yeah. But I would have thought maybe it would have been more 3 because, I mean, you know, that was a lot. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that Fredo, I'm on that Fredo hard. They say my top song was Devil in a Blue Dress, in a New Dress by Kanye. Number 2 was Blue Laces 2. 3 was Hard on Ice by Rod Wave. Then 4 and 5 was both Nipsey, Ocean Views and Double Up. So, I mean, you know, maybe I'm just a Nipsey head, man. So shout out, like, Sal was trying to call me a hater, saying that I didn't know Nipsey's name on one of them podcasts, but I just wanted to make sure y'all knew. So what was y'all list, man? Talk about it.
Roz, go ahead.
Yeah, well, first off, I'm not gonna mention nothing on Los's list, but Los has more hours of music than I do. So Los, you listen to more music than I do. If we fighting over that, and I'm the one starting LLCs and reading books, and I having a dream, you know, by any means necessary. So
I didn't think so.
So I start off.
He went to the research department. Go ahead.
Division is my number 1. Big Sean, K Camp, Drake, the Isley Brothers. You heard
K Camp still out?
Come on, man. Why are you doing that? Why are you bagging on my list?
My bad. I'm just asking.
It's all good. Lil Wayne, T Grizzly, J Baby, and then I finished off with Justin Bieber.
Oh,
that's diversity for you. You know, I think I got the most diverse list.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I got Lil Wayne, Nipsey, Rick Ross, Drake, Moneybagg Yo Gotti, Lil Baby, Future, Young Jeezy, Gunna, Young Boy, 2 Chainz, Jeezy, Gucci Mane, and Young Dolph.
See, y'all's go a lot further than that Wrapped on Spotify. It only gave me like a top
Big
5.
Sean, Slim Thug, I got Boosie, T.I., Metro Boomin.
Okay, so we didn't ask you everybody. We didn't ask you for everybody. We asked you for your top.
That's all I got.
I mean, you want to name everybody you listen to, or at least one song. Is Exposure
that was
on
everything.
There? I didn't hear the uncle on your shit. You hater.
No. If you want to be, I'm gonna be real with you. If you want to be real about the uncle, I got the uncle in my notes. So me and Uncle share notes, and I'm rocking with the uncle. We work like the uncle working, boy. I get exclusive with the uncle. I don't know what y'all doing.
You ain't got D. Saliba in your shit though.
Nah,
I don't.
Right,
I don't. No. I do not.
He just
Michi.
He just said no.
I don't have Michi in my stuff.
None of that exposure. Y'all some haters, cutting. You's a hater. Hater. Them boys in the B. You's a hater.
Exposure ain't been out since the last time.
That's funny.
Flavor Flav.
I can do a verse. If I click on my missed hits, I'm just telling y'all what some of the songs were that I had never heard of. A lot of them, like Handsome by Dave East. They like that's what I need to be on. Slide.
That sound like something you want to listen.
Slide by her and A Boogie and them. Needed by Migos and Youngboy. Decline Back by J. Cole. Conclusions by YG and Kehlani. Like
these are my conclusions.
But Raj, they also got One I Got by Charlie Wilson and Lie to Me by Kim.
You're the one I got.
All Mine by Ralph Tresvant, man. They said you need to play that, man. Moneybag You Played featuring Lil Baby. So I mean, it's all over. I mean, they got other ones. Amini.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little.
Oh, they got that King Von
surprised.
took it to the O in there too. Matter of fact, I like that song.
I'm surprised I didn't have
that song.
Like
really,
New Jack Swing
that
on
song
mine.
right.
No New Jack Swing, Rod? You said you...
Yeah, I'm surprised. I listen to like a lot of the like 90s, 90s stuff. I'm surprised I don't have none of that on there.
Oh, just download Dirty Money. Dirty, what's the group he had with them girls?
Danity Kane?
Them. That
you could do that. You could download Danity Kane and then you could listen to it right after you finish listening to Citizen Kane audiobook and you
Citizen Kane.
Right, and right after Christmas time when you got extra candy canes hanging around the house.
Or you could just listen to the whole Bible and listen to the story of Abel and Cain and and the whole nine.
Well, I was about to be disrespectful. I'm gonna let y'all make it.
Or you can listen to the WWE and listen to the Undertaker and Kane if you.
Or you can listen to some Houston music where they're talking about I done came down.
I done came
down. That was kind of funny.
Or you can go to listen to some B-Town music, man. That Sugar Cane Festival music, man. It's we got you got diversity. You could do a lot of things. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. If I got into your car and we was going out and you put on that nonsense, I would that would definitely burn my boudin. Let me tell you a couple other things that burn my boudin.
I wouldn't have no audio book on when we going out.
Look, but listen to this chapter. Check this chapter out. This was fire.
Didn't I explain this to you clowns? Y'all starting to act like them
Thomas
right now.
He tried to throw one in there. Now I gotta go find a sound effect.
Y'all starting to act like them
Thomas.
Man, let me tell y'all the things that burn my boudin. Man, the first thing that burned my boudin this week is I had to see it so you do too ass niggas. I hate that. I hate that when somebody send me something and their whole rationale is I had to see it so you need somebody else.
That is Twitter's favorite line. 2 Girls 1 Cup. I just saw it Sunday. Well, I scrolled by it Sunday. I was like, that was his exact caption.
Hold up, you had never seen it before in life?
I saw it way before that, but I'm just saying
good.
That was his exact caption.
They rickrolled you. I had to see it. So the two. Go ahead.
No, I'm just. That's very funny that kind of resurfaced because no matter what year it is, that's gonna be wow. Like 2 Girls 1 Cup is gonna be wow. And I think things get forgotten about over time. So like, oh my God, did you see 2 Girls 1 Cup was like, I don't know, 2004, 2005. I don't know what year it was, but we're in 2020 now. And we kind of forgot about that, and the kids that was like babies at that time don't know nothing about that, so they seeing that for the first time. Yep. And then 20 years from now, that's gonna resurface again.
And the dude who reposted is a big black Twitter guy, so he put it up, and people was like, "Oh my God!" And I put in there like, "Hey, I was like really out here in these streets when this was going on. Like, this is super old. Like, relax, everybody."
I feel like if there's ever a social media studies, like in college, social media studies 104. 2 Girls 1 Cup made history. That should be talked about in school.
Well, they would would probably put it in the context of rickrolling too, like this whole
no doubt,
and in the same context of wood on the bed. Like there are a whole bunch of things that you'll click a link and it'll take you somewhere you didn't expect to be, and then you ended up there and you was like, oh, what's going on? Oh, this looks interesting. But
I think 2 Girls 1 Cup is instant Hall of Fame. Wow.
Yeah,
that's first ballot Hall of Fame. Wow.
But as Raj is talking about the concept of social media 104 as a class, I think that it is 2 Girls 1 Cup would definitely be a part of that class. You would have to know about it and write a think piece on it. But Wood on the Bed is going to come before it, and Rick Rowland is going to come before it. I'm just saying these are very important themes of culture. And I just think that, like, but I like what Raj said. I think that when we super old, our kids are going to be like, man, I saw this 2 girls, 1 cup video. And we're going to be like, son.
Man, come on, man.
Son.
No, that's old. That's
son.
old. You ain't out here yet? You ain't out here yet? You ain't seen that yet?
So the 2 that happened this week, shout out, this podcast brought to you by Danny. He gonna inbox me with this gruesome video of like some dude in a mechanic shop by himself get his arm caught in the machine. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, why? Don't send me that.
Well, you gotta realize, you gotta get the concept behind it. That's what that man does.
And he said somebody send it to me, so LOL.
Yeah. But you know, he's in that line of work where he might get his arm caught in the
I get you.
Or his back.
I don't need you. I don't need what you're talking about, Los. I got where you were going. I tried to let you get off that train. You decided to ride that train.
I'm on a train. Pause.
You decided to come on, ride that train, and ride.
Pause. And relax.
Woo woo. Come on, ride that. It's a choo choo. All right, and another person who did it this week was this podcast brought to you by Devon. He sent this Twitter post with a link and it said, "Hope the bitches that suck dick with no hands have a great Thursday night." And I was like, "Ooh, let me click that." And there was this woman in a wheelchair with no arms and no legs, sitting there talking about some yes in the post.
Nope, man. I laughed. Nope.
I mean, yeah. And I was like, because he had to see it, so you do too, was his exact response. And I was like, okay.
Come on, Jess Devon.
You got to just do better than that.
Yeah, and just be a nerd. Stop the nigga shit.
Yeah, that's not cool. I don't know. I just don't. Maybe
you're missing the point. It said, hope the bitches that suck dick with no hands have a great Thursday night. No, you don't completely understand because I didn't explain it well. So how about you let me explain it? So when you went to the thing, it was a chick actually commenting on it. And if you click the chick's picture, the chick didn't have no arms and no legs, but the chick actually was commenting on it, saying yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Talk to him. It wasn't just like they had it in the picture. Let me tell you another thing that burns.
I saw that already.
My Buddha this week. Los, the people listening can't see that already. That's not how listening works.
Me and you were talking.
You don't see things when you're listening.
Okay, keep going.
So you saying that the people that I already knew that doesn't mean that I explained it well for the people
we were
who are
having
listening.
You're right. We were having
I know. I know it feels like we're talking to each other, but we're also talking to the people in the future on Friday.
But they
this is your conscience.
No, the only reason I reset it, Los, because I didn't think I explained the post well, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now and you telling me that I know already. I know. I'm like, okay, good, but I didn't explain it.
I thought you did. But go ahead.
I know, maybe I did. Maybe it was perfect the first time. Let me tell you another thing that burns my Buddha this week. The Vanderbilt kicker.
Oof. I mean, it burned my Buddha too. So, I mean, that's really all I got to say because I just wanted to see, like, the comment section burned my Boudin.
Oh, the comment section was hilarious. But there was a large percentage that burned my Boudin too. And I know we're on the same page, right? And I know, but I'm going to explain it. So the people out there understand the page you're on. Raj, are you in agreement? The stuff that burned your Boudin was the two schools of either big fire funny jokes about it versus coming to her defense. Those were the two schools.
Personally, I wasn't gonna comment at all. Like, I guess this is my platform to comment. I was more on the side of I'm very much so on the train of if a girl would be able to play football she would be a kicker or a punter. And I think that on Madden, you can be either like a power kicker or an accuracy kicker, and I think she'd be super accurate, if anything. And so I just figured, oh man, this girl is a goalie, and I know they kick off a lot, you know. So I'm like, okay, maybe she about to boot that thing, let her do her thing. And she, to me, she missed that thing. But people on Twitter and whatnot was like, well, if y'all knew anything about football, y'all would know that she was a pooch kick. And I'm just like,
shut the fuck up. And he was like, shut the fuck up, Woj.
Hey, Woj. Hey, Shams. Hey, Matthew Berry. Shut the fuck up.
The fuck up. No, I mean,
it's Chris Collinsworth.
It's like as I'm listening to it or as I was watching it, it was very organic. I was watching whatever other game that I was watching, and the kick happened, and I was like, "Oh wow!" To the point where I rewinded the TV, and I sent y'all, and I sent y'all a recording of it to be like, "I'm not tripping, am I?" Like that was like a terrible kick, right? That everybody's like. I was like, the internet's gonna go nuts with this. It like you knew the internet was gonna go nuts with this. That, and I too concur with that. I've heard people likening it to like Jackie Robinson playing baseball and how he had to be twice as good because it was an all-white league, and if he wasn't twice as good, blah blah blah. Cutting. We are talking about a woman kicking off, so I do agree that there are parallels of her needing to be very good. But I don't think she has to be twice as good. I think she just has to be good. Like, in the way that Danica Patrick wasn't good at racing cars.
She just was decent.
Yeah, it's like she never won a race. You knew that, right? She never won a race.
Just decent.
Just
the thing.
Like, okay. I would have loved if she booted that thing out the back of the end zone.
That's her coach's fault.
Because we would have all been like, oh.
You're down. I blame the coach. You're down 1,000-0. You're not going to beat these people. Let that girl kick that ball through the field goal, man, and just to let.
Well, that's the thing, Lo. She wasn't gonna.
But we don't know that though.
Well,
because he called that play. He said it. He called that. Like,
guess what they did to him afterwards, though, Lo?
What?
They fired his black ass.
Exactly.
The next day.
Because you're supposed to let that girl kick the goddamn ball through the goddamn end zone as far as she can kick that hoe. Like, you don't let that. You don't. Dog, you down 200. If she doesn't onside kick, you let her kick it through the goddamn end zone. You don't. Come on, angle kick that. Come on, man. That's just fucking stupid.
I just think
not gonna win this game.
I don't necessarily. I didn't need her to kick it through the back of the end zone because I don't think that she could have personally, and maybe she could have. And I'm with her.
So you saying women can't kick for her?
I am saying women can't kick for her.
Wow.
So.
Hey,
as far as men,
ladies,
so
ladies, go in Roger's inbox. Oh no, on his last picture, and just drop a foot. Just put a bunch of foot emojis.
Matter of fact, don't just drop a foot, drop your foot. And so this is what I'm saying. I just want to see a good kickoff. If she'd have got that thing, I'd have been like more proud, I guess, more like happy for the moment, if you will. If she'd have got that thing to the 3.
Oh, I'd have been like, oh, the field goal. Like, damn. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Just get that thing to the 3.
I'm mad at the coach.
I'd have been like, bet.
Because I'm the coach. Kickoff. I'm telling you to kick the thing as far as you can kick it, little girl.
I think we just said the same thing.
Yeah. I'm mad at the coach. I'm saying I'm not saying I don't think she can't not do it. I think she can. I'm for sure she can get to the 10 for sure.
I don't know about that. Maybe it was nerves that made her do that. But like I said, I think
he called that play.
That's what they say, Los. I don't know if I believe.
You think they caping for her?
I believe that she went out there and it was her moment, and she missed that hole.
You think they caping for her?
It happens.
I don't know. The way I looked at it, I watched it back a couple times, and she was aiming right there. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Well, like I said earlier, she got very good accuracy, if anything.
Yeah, but it's a weenie play call though. Cutting if it's like If they got a woman who make it to the major league in baseball, and the first time she come up, you make her do a swinging bunt. Not even a bunt, like a bunt, a swinging bunt.
A drag.
Slap, like softball daddy.
You know?
Drag.
Like
You're gonna be like, come on, man, let us. That's all she can do.
Let her hit that.
The coach gonna say that's what I know. That's the play I call it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna believe it?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
All I know is this.
She come up there and she pitching in the major leagues and she throw that whole under. I told her to throw that bitch under.
That's completely different though.
No,
that's
extreme. Like, if she do a slap and get on base, then I might say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna be happy for that moment." I'll be like, "All right, this maybe we got something."
Well,
here.
What's the get on base equivalent?
If she squeeze bunt, if she suicide squeeze bunt,
and get an RB,
then I'm gonna be like, "Okay, well, anybody could have did that."
And move the runner. Nah, everybody can't do that accurately like that though. All the time, no.
I never said
if she moves the runner,
squeeze bunt.
Okay, Raj.
Well, it looked like she bunted it right back to the pitcher.
I got out.
And even that kick. I mean, I'm like this ain't piling on the woman. Honestly, I know from outside,
it wasn't a bad kick though.
Chauvinistically, and think that it is. I just would have preferred for her to be in a position to win. Mm-hmm. Let her. I mean, I know that she's not gonna kick no extra point because they didn't score no points. But just let her shine. Let her kick.
Just kick it off. Kick that thing off, man. Kick it off. Hey, listen, we down by 1,000, baby girl. Go on, boot it. Show them what you got. Be the white Michelle Obama of football.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want the first dunk in WNBA history to be Lisa Leslie barely putting the ball over the rim with everybody clapping for and cheering and nobody playing defense. You want the first dunk in WNBA history to be Brittany Griner grabbing a rebound and put back dunk on somebody, slapping backboard afterwards. That's what you would want. But that's not how history often happens, right? History happened with Lisa Leslie.
Because it was definitely would slide that thing in where everybody let it go.
Right? Like, so maybe that's just, like, we just got to be okay with history, cuz.
First night of the club.
That very athletic female kicked that ball as hard as she could. I just watched it.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't, Raj.
Yes, she did.
No, Raj. No, she did not. Raj.
Okay. Well, we just gonna have to agree.
So you mean to tell me them people couldn't find no other male on the male soccer team, men's soccer team?
Man,
and
what are you talking
about? Los, are you kidding me? Are you really asking that?
That's the wrong question, Los.
This dude sound crazy, man.
Los, they did not put her out there because she was good at kicking. They put her out there because they wanted to make history, bruh.
Los, if you didn't know, Vanderbilt's got a very good soccer team. Yeah,
I know that.
There's a yes.
If there was,
the answer to your question.
Nobody cares about making history when you're trying to win your job on the line.
Oh no, okay. Now if this is the conversation we're about to have, that's a little. I don't think we're gonna see that the same way. I don't think they put that young lady on the football team because they thought she was the best one at the job. That ain't no across the board women slandering that women can't be as good as men at certain things. But if you gotta convince me that that Derek Mason that was it.
That was the best option he had at the time. Yes.
All right.
You don't. Dog, if as a head football coach, you don't put nobody on the team and say, you know what?
Head football coach down 31-0, 0-7 for the season during the COVID strike season.
He didn't go grab out the stands. Then, he worked in there. Dog, I don't believe that. That's stupid.
I think it's crazy that you. I mean, you're entitled.
So
to
you think that? So you think?
I think it's crazy.
So you think he said, you know what?
I'm think that.
So you think he said, you know what? I'm gonna go on the soccer team and try out some girls, see who can kick a football. Just to make history.
No, I think they got a story behind that. I think something happened and she reached out to them like the week before. I'd have to look up the story. But I think that it was like the week before. Like she has only been on the team very short period of time.
I know that. But I'm saying, you have other kickers on the team. You're trying to win. You are Vanderbilt getting your ass beat all the time. You don't have time to be trying to make history.
I'm sorry, Los. I just it's a sport where we're talking about bigger, stronger, faster. It's football. Like, it's hard for me to. No, it is really hard. Knowing what I know about physiology and human makeup and stuff like that. If you're looking for somebody to throw the ball as far as you can, it's hard for you to convince me that you go look at a college campus and you're going to find a young lady who throws it further than any young man. And then the parallel, and I'm saying throwing, and then I'm going to change to kicking. So you're saying he was looking for a directional kicker, and he was like, "This is the most accurate kicker." I mean, I don't disagree.
I don't know what he was looking for. I'm just saying I don't want to. I can't even wrap my mind around. The coach is like, you know what? I'm finna go out here and find a girl kicker to go make history. No.
Joe Biden literally said, "I'm going to find a girl assistant principal." I'm sorry, a woman vice president.
But to
make history.
The one he found was for real though. So that's totally
that's
different.
My point.
You can't. That's not a good analogy. I don't like it. That's not a good one. No.
Why you don't like that analogy?
It's not a good one.
My point is, it's okay to go find a woman to make history. That is perfectly fine.
But no, but you found
who nice.
But he found a great one who making history though. Like he gonna make it. Like that's two totally different things. And I think this girl can cook. She might can kick. I haven't seen her, but she might can kick. I just don't want to think that the man would just went and did that just to make history. I think Biden did that to get votes. That's politics, man. Politics has a whole different. Come on now, don't do that.
Los, I'm glad you have like a differing opinion here because I figured we was gonna all be on the same.
Y'all
page.
got to be smart.
At least there's dialogue because I thought this was gonna be like, yep, that was funny. All right, next subject.
Okay, no, I agree too. I also think it's interesting, Los. It's interesting that you see the kind of the words you're using right there are like super interesting to me. That you're saying that that's politics. This is sports. When I'm like, dog, sports is politics, dog. There's, how much politics go into sports?
Yes, sometimes. I just don't want to say. I just don't want to think that man went out on purpose to just say, you know what, we're gonna get an ass kick. I'm getting fired. Well, if he knew he was getting fired, maybe. But he's just gonna go out there and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go find a girl kicker just to make some history. That shit's stupid. Because then you might not ever find a job again. Like it's totally different than. Man running for the president. Come on, dog. Like, stop it, man. Stop it, dog. It's votes and this man getting fired. It's two totally different things.
So Los, let me ask you a question just to get off of the vote thing. Do you think that Vanderbilt held this big, wide open every student
no, I don't think that.
Kicking competition and she won?
No.
How did she get selected?
I think that the girl probably could kick. She was the best on good on the soccer team. And
she's a goalie.
Okay, she can kick.
Okay,
she got a foot.
No.
That
means she got hands if she the goalie, not feet.
No,
but they do kick off.
That is not what that means.
To me,
that
is not
what
like
that
a punt, not like a kicker. But
that is not what that means.
They do goal.
But you can still kick, dog. They put on the ground, they run and kick it, dog. So I think she was the best one they had out there, and he ran with her. I don't know.
But how did they know she was the best one?
Because they heard. And she might be kicking football with the boys or whatever.
They heard. So they got time for hearsay, but they don't have time to make history?
No, you don't got time.
That's crazy.
No, hearsay.
They heard that they had a nice soccer player. So they was like, I bet.
Hearsay is passing through. History is, you got to think about that.
I'm sorry?
I said hearsay is passing. You can be sitting there eating, like, hey man, you know, got a girl that can shut the ball over there while you sitting there eating. History is like, hey man, what we gonna do to get this done, and how we gonna do this, and what will make history. It's a plan.
Well, okay, so
hearsay is different, dog.
I like where we going with this. So I think it was a little bit of both. If we being real, so I think that we had dinner, or we whatever we talking, and hey, you heard they got a girl out there that's real cool. All right, bring her in because we can make history.
Okay, is this what you gonna go with?
There was definitely history. This was not 0%.
Hey, let's agree to disagree, and let's go on.
So it wasn't. There was no publicity stunt at all involved.
I mean, once she found out she can kick a little bit, maybe, yeah.
What?
Okay, so that's. So not before.
Not the hearsay.
We thought we was getting a 50-yard kick.
I was trying to follow your logic, but you just.
But no,
went the other way.
Okay, no. Once you find she can kick, you be like, okay. But I feel like she has to actually be able to fucking kick, dog. She has to actually be.
She play soccer.
But I'm saying no. I'm talking about actually be kicking football, dog. Actually be able to kick a football, place it where you want to go, and kick field goals, right? And be able to do stuff that you need her to do for you to be successful. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we won't know. But I'm saying things you want to be successful. I don't think the first thing you thought was, oh, let me go find a girl so I can make history.
Okay, so Los, you said a lot, and I think that it's interesting that you think that way. Ultimately, as I'm listening to you and trying to internalize what you're saying that they think she can kick. They found out she could kick some kind of way. They actually believe in her. She really can kick.
And then the school was like,
no, let me finish. And then they thought she could kick, and they think she's great. And they would have never put her out there because they could lose their jobs if she isn't good. And then they put her out there, but it had nothing to do with trying to make history and put a woman out there. Like, that is the stance you're taking. And I don't think we disagree on a lot. I think she can probably kick. I think in practice she kicked it far. I think she probably made an extra point. I think that in that game where the lights were on, she shit the bed and she kicked that ball 23 yards when she was supposed to kick it out the back of the end zone. It was a directional kick, yes, to the pylon, not to the 35. So I that is where we diverge. Okay. And we diverge in this other big point, Raj. Los, I think that, yes, there might have been hearsay involved. Just like Roger said. Somebody might have been like, man, we need to just get one of them girls off the soccer team. Man, you saw that video? That girl kicked the ball like 70 yards. They asked if she wanted to come play football. I mean, this season lost anyway. Might as well try to set some history and then go approach her, have her come over there. Oh, she could actually kick a little bit. Well, let's just do it. Shit. They might not fire us now. We're doing some good stuff. I think that is kind of the I don't think it was just some old shit at the school, bro. You can't convince me that she's the best kicker.
It's Vanderbilt. Anyway, I feel like this. I don't think when you're coaching football or anything like that, you go about winning games. So that is a big part.
That is a big part, I think, Los, of right there. I think that you're coming at this from a middle school football, high school football, even college football understanding. I think you
college
are.
Football understanding.
No, stop that. You're coming at it from a coach's perspective, Los. From like this coach won't do whatever because it's different rules. Okay.
Well, on the flip side of all of that, I'm checking Vanderbilt's roster right now, and them boys got 4 kickers.
And them niggas, they probably poo.
On the roster.
They must be poo.
Is she better than all of them?
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. SEC kickers are poo.
Okay, so you just going. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm tired of more time. Let's go. This. That's stupid. Boys is trash. They got to be.
Okay. She better. You're right. Yeah. We'll put a poll up there. How many people out there think she better than the other 3 dudes on the team, and that's why she got the kick. And I mean, I will live with the results. And let me tell you the last thing that burned my Boudin this week. Everyone who thought they was cute by starting Kendall Hinton at receiver this week in fantasy, they burned my Boudin. And they got exactly what
started against me.
Exactly what they deserve. Negative points this week in fantasy.
That
is
they got the same amount of points that Sarah Fuller got for that kick. and you know what? It was so funny watching. Wasn't that good. Go ahead. Watching that man play football was like, I think I kind of understand now that regular people can't play in that league. Mm-hmm. Because that's all. I mean, look, my degrees of separation from that man. I might get to meet that man at one point in time. So I hate to talk bad about him, but he might be a cold receiver. He had 1,000 yards after he switched positions, which is dope. He was quarterback in college, switched positions to receiver because a freshman took his spot after he got hurt. Came back, had 73 catches for 1,000 yards, which is dope. Because I was wondering if I'm gonna have to worry about
his scheme.
But after I see regular people can't play quarterback. Man can't.
Especially not in the league.
I don't think that man is good enough. And you know what's funny? They was putting it in a perspective of how, man, if this is like a made-for-TV movie, he would have went in there and threw 4 touchdowns, and then we would have been walking around talking about how, man, they pulled this dude off the streets. He used to be a quarterback, whatever. He never got a chance and whatever. But you know what's funny? The person who is that story is like Kurt Warner. And like that boy who the backup quarterback for the Panthers, who went in there a couple weeks ago and won that game, who was like the XFL quarterback for the Houston Roughnecks.
But he's actually good, though.
That's not the okay. So the point that I'm trying to make,
Los old boy was good too.
No, he
old boy started with Wake Forest for 3 years.
That is absolutely my point. That they're both good. It's just levels of good.
Yes, I agree with that part. Well, I'm saying, but go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, Los, let me just tell you what I'm gonna say. It. I've been thinking it for about the last 20 minutes. I gotta say it out my mouth. You sounding like sports guy, Cutting. You sounding like sports guy who know more about sports. Cutting I got my own opinion. By saying you just said it's scheme, and that's why that dude. No, he could be Pooh.
No, yeah. No. He is Pooh at quarterback.
Okay.
I'm not disputing
I thought you were saying
that. That's not his
scheme fault.
No. Okay. I watched the game with you. That man not good at quarterback, especially in the league. Yeah.
That shit float. Like a high school quarterback.
If that. I think I coached him last year, 7B. But
the ball was floating when it came out. It came out with some zip. But when he went by 10 yards.
And he don't know where to go with it either. He can't read so no, I'm not saying he's Pooh. I'm saying when he was shining his wide receiver 73 1,000 yards, that was scheme. Because he ain't fast either. But go ahead.
So they wasn't trying to make history by starting that?
No, that was dire need. That was dire need.
Now, if all
just
of the
like
kickers for Vanderbilt would have had COVID, then I could see her going.
Hey, but if all the kickers at Vanderbilt had gout, they might have on their kicking.
Well, that might have been what happened because she is the Kendall Hinton of kickers. And that's all I'm saying.
In my book.
My book too. Y'all book could be different than my book. Los, your book is look. We read the pages. Yours is audio.
My audio book. My audio book. So my book direct consumer. I don't know what y'all read.
Mine is a business plan.
Yeah.
I can't believe when
you read it wrong. And you read it wrong.
You're not gonna put a woman out there just for affirmative action.
They got that's funny. I don't know if you were serious about scheme, but it's hard to do 1,000 yards in 11, 12 games, because that's very hard.
No, it ain't.
Oh, okay.
If you playing Sisters of the South, no, I'm not a sports guy.
You talking about as a receiver?
But he played. This is Wake Forest. Like this is D1 football, East Coast D1 football. Okay. This is still good football.
All jokes aside. That boy threw for like 2 touchdowns, no picks, and he ran for like, I think they said 60 yards against Clemson at quarterback.
I'm not saying he ain't no dog. I'm just saying in the league.
Well, you did say he wasn't a dog. You said it was scheme.
Yes, it's scheme. Okay. Listen, bro.
I think the issue is he went against the top 3 defense in the league, and the Saints, you cannot run on us
at all.
If they had a team where they could run on, like let's just say they was playing against, I don't know, whoever, name the team who has a terrible run defense. Tampa, sure. I was gonna say Atlanta, but a team that they can run on.
That's not that. We know Atlanta pool.
And they break in 12-yard runs or 8-yard runs. Then I think they can maybe do play action things. And his little popcorn arm, it might be a different story. I just think the Saints was dominant.
Our front row too strong for that nonsense, man. I stopped playing with us.
Felt sorry for the little black man.
I did. I wanted him to be white, to be honest. Because if they try to pay him, we have an excuse.
No, there would be no excuse.
No, I'm saying we would have an excuse to be mad. Like we have an excuse to be mad.
Oh, you said if they tried to pay him like Tay Song.
Yeah. No, not even that. But I'm talking like what's the dude for the Eagles?
Jalen Hurts?
No, the white dude, the starter.
Carson Wentz?
Yes, he got that cheese. They're the same. They're the same person. Okay.
I'm not doing this.
Because Los is talking about it's an all scheme driven thing. So yeah, I'm not even not tomorrow, not today.
Okay.
Now cue up that music for Nothin NICE.
That was nice.
Don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice.
Yeah,
man. Let's talk about some embarrassing things, man. One time I remember one of the most embarrassing moments was in 9th grade. I was in the band room chilling after practice and got into it with this little dude who had just transferred to our school, and he was about half my size. I knew the dude from like elementary school, so he was talking big shit, and he used to get beat up a lot. And for some reason, he thought, because he knew me from elementary school, that I was the person to try. So boom, I'm hyped. It's like, I'm gonna give me a little cheap victory, give me a few little stripes off of the dude because he wanted some smoke. I was secretly, or not so secretly, hyped because this was an easy mark. And I was gonna flex some of my MMA skills in the band room where nobody really got in trouble because nobody ever told. So I'm amped up, cracking knuckles, ready for some pugilism. Fast forward to the scene. We squared up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to rush him because I'm like, look, little dude, rush him, hands on his neck. I'm gonna take him down quick. It's gonna be over. The unthinkable happens. Boom. My sister, who was a senior at the time, sees me squared up with this nigga, runs up, snuck this motherfucker in the back of the head and slumped him. Now, she didn't sleep him, but she slumped him to the point where he was complaining. And he was like, oh, they're trying to jump me. They're trying to jump me. And he didn't want to fight no more. So the picture, the narrative goes immediately from Al fucked up this clown who was talking all that shit to Al got his sister to fight his battles for him. Like I said, majorly fucked up. Look, it reminded me of that Fresh Prince episode when Will was talking to King Griffith Jr. and told that man that that strike was taking a toll on his arm. And that man said, well, at least I don't have my girls fighting my battles for me. I mean, it's wild. For the records, some fights you just gotta let a nigga handle on his own, win or lose. Just handle your own shit. Another level of this type of thing is when your mama used to embarrass you by not fighting for you, but speaking up on your behalf and making a big thing out of something that you really don't want your mama verbally fighting your battles. We've all had it happen. Probably could remember the feeling of thinking, mama, come on, man, people looking, stop. That's why the story I saw this week was super funny and cringeworthy at the same time. Raj, this one kind of hits home. Laura Locke, who happens to be the quarterback for the Denver Broncos, mama, went on the Twitter and said this shit after the game last week against the Saints.
Black mama.
Shame on the men. No, the backup quarterback. Shame. I mean, the actual starting quarterback. My apologies.
The starter.
Shame on the many for thinking that they can speak of others in damning ways. Here's the truth. Drew and the quarterback room requested permission to watch film. They came to the facility on their own time to put in more work. His leadership, which seems to be in question by some, brought them to this predicament. Drew asking for more commitment from his quarterback room than just a normal NFL day. Drew and the quarterbacks even requesting a room at the facility rather than risking trouble in meeting at an off-campus site. This is a group of 4 men that had tested negative that day and are with their people, their ecosystem, as we tell our children in friend groups. They let their guard down. They did not wear masks the entire time. They were in their socially distanced environment. It's unfortunate, not damning. Does Drew take this virus seriously? Ask his sister, who he visited and had to quarantine and test before arriving. Ask his girlfriend, who he has asked to not travel to away games. And ask his dad and I, who stay in a hotel on game weekends rather than his home. Oh, and by the way, he doesn't have COVID. He wasn't the one with COVID. And as I pray nightly, I hope he doesn't, nor anyone else get COVID. Let's interrogate those in the NFL that do have COVID. How safe were they being? Who was in their ecosystem that shouldn't have been? Or were they just not wearing their mask all the time? As a parent, an educator, a friend, a coworker, a boss, using people to make an example of a situation is wrong. The NFL used one of their own as an example. This is where the shame is. Man, that's wild. That man must have been super embarrassed by his parent, educator, and boss of a mom, who probably should have just sat this one out and let him defend himself if necessary. Look, I got a lot more thoughts on this, and I know y'all do too. So I'm just going to relax because I ain't got nothing nice to say about Mile High Karens trying to call a manager on the NFL. So I won't say nothing at all.
Hey, Mile High Karens is dope. I ain't going to lie. That's funny.
It is very funny.
Mile High Karen said it's the NFL's fault. You can't punish my son. But I know he was sitting there like, Mom, stop it, man. You're gonna get me in trouble, man. With the NFL.
All I got to say is, in the words of LeBron James, I think it was against the Boston Celtics when they had that scuffle over there on the baseline, kind of left of the goal. Mama, sit your ass down. Mama, sit your ass down. Mama, sit your ass down.
But, I mean, what I'm trying to figure out, and maybe you can help me with this because I'm not. I thought I was familiar, but I'm not. Who's she talking to? She talking to the NFL?
She's talking to the NFL and people saying that her son was irresponsible.
They were saying all the quarterbacks are irresponsible and they didn't take care of what they supposed to take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what's the craziest thing about that? Is that that's the only team that happened to. So if they weren't being irresponsible and or reckless, then sometimes I think you do something and like you're like, oh, I was trying to get there a little faster, but you still won't get that ticket. Mm-hmm. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you still did something wrong. You still got caught red-handed. Like, and as messed up as a parent as you might think that is, you still gotta do your time. Like the NFL came up with a rule, and the boys didn't follow the rules. They might have tried to follow the rules, but they didn't. That's ultimately what happened.
You should go ahead.
I just think as a parent, like you want to protect your kids, but there comes an age when your kids are grown ass men. Grown ass women, you, bro. And you can't really, like, you're out of your element. Like, nobody wants your parent. Like, in much the same way that they crucified LeVar Ball for, like, some of the things he was doing when Lonzo first got in the league, speaking up and being on talk shows and talking whatever. Like, how they crucified Colin Kaepernick's old lady when she was saying some stuff when he had first got put out of the league. Like, nobody wants your spouse. Nobody wants your parent, definitely. Running their mouth about what they're doing in the organization. And that's where I'm like, that's the part that's cringeworthy.
That's when you got to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you got it. Mama, be quiet.
Hey, mama. hey, listen to me. Look at me. Sit your ass down. Okay?
Mama, stop tweeting.
Please.
I think it's very unfortunate what happened to them boys. Like, that they had to play with no quarterback. You know what's kind of crazy about this though? Like this virus is something that we still learning about and learning how to live with it and whatnot with it being in the air. And I actually read something recently that will teams keep like an emergency quarantine quarterback on the roster?
Well,
like
one team
going
has that.
Forward. The Jets, right?
I thought it was the Eagles, but it might have been the Jets. We talked about this on the podcast like months ago.
Josh McCown is like getting paid
to sit at home,
to be at home,
and he's the backup quarter or the whatever quarterback, practice squad quarterback, whatever. But he doesn't have to come. So in this case, they would have had a quarterback.
They would have, and I also like.
Go ahead.
I respect before you ask your question. I respect the NFL. In regards to the Saints, I'd be a little upset about it too, but I would just have to get over it. But I respect them boys being like, hey, you know what? Like, we're not about to postpone this game just because the quarterbacks got hurt. Like, that's on y'all.
That part.
And it is.
That part.
Like,
if it was all the wide receivers, nobody would be tripping.
Yeah. Like, so it is very unfortunate. And I actually got to talking to this guy today about it. And I was like, man, I can't go to my Broncos friends and be like, man, we bust y'all head. I can't do that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Y'all boys play without a quarterback, but I'm going to still take my W.
I mean, we was going to bust their head anyway. But, you
probably by
Broncos,
more points because we'd have had a real game plan.
Yeah, and your Broncos friends would have took the same L they took. Anyway, okay, this is my question, right? She said her son doesn't have COVID.
Right.
So exactly what happened?
Close contact.
One of the other quarterbacks had COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got tested positive for COVID. So they all tested negative, went to the hotel room, broke the rules.
Kissing in the mouth.
And then shortly thereafter.
They wear little monitors, right, Raj? Like little
They wear little watches.
Yeah.
Contract tracing watches. And shortly thereafter, God, I can't think of his name.
Driscoll.
But Jeff Driscoll tested positive for COVID, and it was known that them boys was
in there having
because hollering at each other, dapping.
They looked at they contact tracers like
they
was
was
close to each other.
Yeah, y'all was.
And then they went to the video and was like, "Nah, your boys ain't had no mask on."
Yeah,
like, the fuck.
And y'all was in there kissing. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So I mean, hey, ma'am, listen, ma'am. Let your son take the L. He should have had his mask.
To me, the alternative is what? You let him play and then some of the Saints get that COVID too? Okay, so we don't want that. So then we back the game up for 2 weeks and then the Saints don't get to play this game? No, I don't want that either.
One thing about it, Al, we do know the NFL really don't care about their players and they are letting people play with COVID. Then they NFL don't give a fuck about their players. They let people play with COVID. Just like teachers. They're the same thing. They just get paid way more money.
No, I don't know, right? Los, once again, I was riding the wave and agreeing with you, then I actually sat down and listened to what you just said. No, the NFL does not let people play with COVID.
Okay. What I'm saying is the way you are hitting each other, breathing on each other, everything on the field. Right? And you will get
but they're
fined.
testing them every day.
Yes, they do. At the same time, by the time they don't have the rapid test like the like what you call it do, and they're not putting kids. They don't have them in a bubble or confined to a certain space either.
I agree.
I mean, the tests are pretty rapid. I don't know. Rapid is, I guess, a relative term, but I think it's pretty rapid.
Rogers. It's not. It's like essential workers. You remember how we talked about this last week? How we thought essential workers just meant something. No, a rapid test actually means something. And it's like, it depends on which one, but that antigen test or whatever it is like 45 minutes that they could. Like,
whatever the NBA did worked. That's all I'm saying. And
the NBA did work, but they cut down their teams. It was the end of the year. Like, there's a lot of things that work, and you know, I mean, y'all know what it is. I think you got players hanging out with their friends. Yeah, but I think like the
NFL then they actually could do it, even if they did it by divisions.
I think the NFL gonna do that shit when the playoffs come.
You think so?
That part,
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna let the Super Bowl
16 teams.
Like, I don't think they're gonna let Patrick Mahomes go home for 2 weeks before the Super Bowl.
So you know what I mean? So you think Patrick Mahomes going to the Super Bowl without us?
I didn't say he was going without us.
Just making sure.
I mean, but Drew Brees' lungs can't be close to no COVID. He already got broken lungs.
Hey, Drew Brees' lungs is done. So it's up to Taysom and Crab Daddy to get it done. But I just think the NFL like just keep like people just steady getting COVID, and they just we just gonna push on. They just keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like the NFL really don't care about their players. I think the NBA what the NBA did differently was if we're gonna come back, we're gonna make it where we can make the safest place for this to go on. Number one, this to go on us and we make our own money. Make our money and our players be safe and COVID free. So I think that the NFL could do it if they took the time to actually map it out. The NFL not about to take time to map it out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I'm not going to necessarily disagree with you and say I don't think the NFL. I don't think that they can do it. I'm not going to say that, but I do think that it's harder to do it at the beginning of the year with 30 teams to account for that have 53 players plus on every team, as opposed to at the end of the season, shortened season, with 20 teams that consist of 15.
And I agree with you with that, Raj. But what I'm saying is not impossible. When I say map it out, I mean you map it out to where these people are in certain cities or certain regions, or like You
put 1,500 people.
No, listen, Rod.
In one little.
Disney Wild. No, it can't be that. It has to be certain hotels, and
I got you. They got different ways that they could do it. NFL players didn't. The NFLPA didn't agree to that. They didn't. We could talk about the NFL all day, but the Players Association didn't agree to fucking living like that for 8 months.
They like COVID. It's football players too, because it's a lot of. Go ahead. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of people who like COVID, man. Let me tell you another group that likes COVID, man. The New Orleans Swingers Convention led to 41 COVID infections. It's called Nothin NICE.
And 3 AIDS cases.
Yeah, I'm wondering what other kind of diseases came out of that thing as well.
COVID wasn't the only one.
But yeah, that's a bit of a thing, man. So that happened a couple of weeks ago. They said November 11th through the 15th.
Yeah.
But it jumped from 5 cases to 41 confirmed cases in a number of days. They said the convention had over 300 attendees and they all tested positive. My question is, I mean, well, not all tested positive, that a lot of them did. I mean, you go to a swingers convention, and I feel like that is... Okay, so my real question is, what's a swingers convention? Is it like a swingers club, or is it like a swingers essence? Like, are they all in the convention center?
Yes.
And everybody about it.
Everybody about it.
They can't fill up a convention center. Them bitches are at the Sheraton or something, I believe.
No, Al, you would be.
No, they not.
You would be surprised.
No, Los, they're probably in a smaller place than an Essence or Zulu Ball Festival.
Yeah,
they probably, like Al said, in a hotel convention room.
It's 300 attendees. It can't be that big of a place. Like,
okay, 300. I missed that part.
Yeah,
okay.
You put them in like a little ballroom at the Sheraton, and they all got rooms in the Sheraton. So they
and we just hey. No, what they do? They do a raffle and just shake. Everybody put their room key in there and shake it up.
They probably got fire little games though. Fire little.
Oh, what?
But the only thing about it, you your game be fire until that little thing come in you don't want to hit.
No, I don't think it's that kind of game. I just think that they got fire little. Once you pick, I don't know how that lifestyle is, but I'm assuming they get to pick who they want.
I mean,
that's what I would imagine. But I don't imagine you just shake a leg,
but I'm saying,
shake a fish bowl, and damn it, I ended up with.
If it's a game, if it's a game, gotta be some risk.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe that they got fire games in that way, Los. Yes, I do believe that in that ballroom they might be like, ooh, somebody go in the closet and spin the ball.
How you go
give some dome? Yeah, like I believe that happened. Yeah. But I don't believe it's like for the whole weekend. Like,
I definitely know. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know.
And I don't know what you was thinking, but I was thinking a little bit more wholesome games. Like I'm at the convention center and silent auction ain't just like a Drew Brees. It might just be like, it's not a Drew Brees jersey that he autographed. It's like a Drew Brees jersey that he busts on or something like that. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. More so than everybody pull your shit out and smash the one next to you.
They got one of them little things, them cards they give you. Well, you need to get your penis signed by.
Yes, that.
And they got a
tattoo.
They got and then once you fill out your whole bingo card, you turn it into the people at the front desk.
Like
Did you get your badge? Did you get your badge, Richard?
Yeah. Like the vendors be like, oh, hey, do you want your penis molded? You can get your dick molded in there.
Vendors, they got a little vendor.
Vendors
they got
in
like
there.
a little vendor in the.
Yeah, it's like a convention.
Like they would draw your stuff or mold you.
Like mold your coochie.
Those kind of games.
Or it'd be like, oh, look, the new Hemi 1300 pumper we got. And it's like a little thing you plug in the wall, and they got its own little. No. Matter of fact, it don't plug in the wall. It takes sunlight, and it just knocks your lady off all night from the sunlight that you got during the day. Like, it's all kind of stuff probably happening.
They said that it was a pretty cool event. It kicked off on November 14th, but it didn't go that far. But it made history.
I saw that one coming early.
I agree with y'all, man. Listen, before we got out of here, I definitely want to talk about it. Give a little bit of a shout out to True Kitchen, man, because that scene was a little different, man. I'm gonna play the audio of what the black restaurant owner went out and announced to the black people at his restaurant.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please! Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture, okay? No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink. Don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Okay. So I honestly feel like that man thought when he finished talking that they was gonna like clap for him.
Al, he was waiting on this one. But he ain't get it.
He was waiting on that slow clap there.
He was
like
slow
that
clap.
That nigga
Yes.
said, I did it for the culture. I did it for us as a black people. I was like, wow, you taking yourself
but you know what
too serious.
you know where he contradicted himself is, right? Okay. Two things. You serving mimosas. And you got a DJ playing all the Buddha shaking songs, whatever, twerking songs, whatever they want to call them, right? And you got a bunch of, and 75% of your customers are women. So men don't get up and dance like that in 2020. So my thing is this, bro. If you want that type of classic restaurant, set it up that way. You don't have a DJ playing those songs.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Los. In that regard, I think that it is kind of weird to have like a DJ at the restaurant playing twerking music, but you don't want people to twerk
like that.
Like
brunch
there's other
in Denver, in DC.
Ooh,
yeah. There's
Lord
music. There's music that I think black people can enjoy at brunch and not want to twerk.
Exactly.
You're inducing it, but you're making it happen. It was like episode of Dave Chappelle where he went to the barbershop and he had the drums.
The drums,
and it was like, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
they
it was like,
the guitar for the white folks. Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
But I think he hired a certain DJ to attract the women there, right? So you hired a DJ that is good at playing music to get people moving. That's what DJs are for. No.
I disagree. I disagree that he had full control is the word I'm going to say.
At his own restaurant?
Awareness of the songs that were going to be played. I think he got a hot DJ, but at the same time, I don't think he necessarily told him, you got to play Isley Brothers, you got to play... And I mean that's a point that I heard somebody else bring up.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if he gave them if he gave that DJ a certain playlist, and then yes, they wouldn't be twerking. But I don't think he did that. Is what I'm saying. Like,
I know. Okay. I see what
he wasn't safeguarding for this not to happen.
I agree.
Twerk music obviously got played. But he should have walked right up to the DJ and said, instead of wilding on the women.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Stop playing that because you can when you play the wrong song. For what you don't want in your establishment, that's what happens. Like you got a bunch of women who are being women and drinking mimosas or whatever, eating, having a good time. They come to brunch to have a good time. It's day drinking,
kicking it.
Yeah, exactly. That's all women want to do: kick it, be messy, and drink in the daytime. Drink mimosas or whatever they're drinking. And twerk, shake their ass. That's what it's 2020.
So if he played that body, they would have just went off body.
I'm doing dance. I'm doing the dance right now. I'm doing the dance right now.
All right, Rog.
This is what I think. I wish. Okay, so I'm still on the Los thing where I think he should have had full control over what style of music he wanted to have played at his restaurant. Yeah. And I do. I guess I don't know if I'm disagreeing with somebody here, but I do think that, let me just say, I just wish that he had that control. I think that he should have had that control. I think he should have said, hey, I want R&B played. Or I want this style of music played because you know how we get.
Exactly.
But on the flip side of that, I don't mind him trying to give a little free game. Like, you get on your soapbox because sometimes it might take that. Just whatever, get on your soapbox. But you can't curse at your customers. You can't tell your customers, get the fuck out of my store. And you also can't tell your customers, I don't need your money.
So this was a big point of contention in regards to some conversations that I've heard. Him saying, "Get the fuck out." If you don't like that, get the fuck out.
I don't need your money.
Was that him cursing at them, or was that him cursing?
That was him cursing at that. It's because whenever you have when you're in customer service, when you're in the service industry and you use a curse word, it don't matter what your intentions were. You were cursing at that.
Okay,
at
so that is
it's
actually a conversation that I was having, Raj. That people were on different sides of the aisle about that. Some people were saying that you have to say "you get the fuck out" or "fuck you" talking to someone directly for it to be considered cursing at someone. But you're saying that anytime you use profanity in that way.
Yeah, see, I mean,
I'm just saying my experience in customer service,
and I respect that.
You know, like right. I would respect you from an education perspective. In customer service, if I curse in the presence of a customer, especially while my voice is raised and I'm just cursing, just to maybe
and you're a black man,
make emphasis, then yeah, I'm tripping.
You cursing at them, and they can kind of carry that. Yeah, and they can carry that energy.
It's perception. It don't.
Yeah,
one person might think that I'm cursing, but it's perception. And if one person thinks that I was cursing at them, then I was cursing at them because that's what the customer perception was.
Yeah, especially if it's the person who wanted to twerk. My whole thing is that's that man restaurant. That's the.
Especially if it was the person twerking.
Yeah, that's that man restaurant. I agree.
His dog gonna holler, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about that. Like, I don't think he was cursing at anyone, but I think he did mess up when he said, "We don't want your money." Because what you gotta understand is that brunch scene and being able to dance is a big scene, and we have seen that. It's a big money maker. Like they want the hot, like women want to go to brunch.
So, in regards to what you just said, a lot of reports saying that he had 3,000 new reservations made since the day the thing happened.
He won.
That people are wanting to come there now because they're like, oh, I respect, like, because there are a lot of people who came out like, I respect the way he handled that, right? But I think that, and I'm going to use this term very, very carefully, I think that they always got niggas who want to be the antsy nigga. Mm-hmm. They always got niggas who want to be like, oh, that's what niggas is doing? Well, I'm better than that.
Oh.
And I think that he's speaking to a whole crowd of niggas who want to be the anti-nigga. And I think that there's a lot of those in our culture in regards to people we see all the time that just feel like I'm better than that. I'm above y'all.
Yeah, the same chicks who give $5 tips on the $200 bills.
I ain't even saying chicks. I'm just saying dudes we know who just feel like they know better or they better.
Yeah.
Let me. I agree with you. I do agree with you, but I also think just in a general regard that man went viral, and it just so seems that no matter what you go viral for, if it's good or bad, your followers gonna go up.
Yeah, sure enough.
I really want to disagree with you.
I said collaborative reservations,
but I'm gonna rock with you on this. I want as bad as I want to disagree, but I agree. You're not wrong when you're right about that.
Well, I'm not talking about followers. I was talking about reservations. But I get your point, though, right?
I
think those kind of go hand in hand.
It's the same thing.
That's all I'm saying. It's just like, oh, that's the restaurant that old boy Amy gonna be in DC this week. Shit, let's go to that.
Let's see what
that's the same restaurant that was on TV.
Because you know what? I saw somebody in his restaurant today on my Snapchat.
So I think that Houston people was like, they had some Houston cats trying to like capitalize on that and making videos like promoting twerking in their brunches. And I thought that was very timely and smart. Yeah. In regards to kind of doing that, like hitting the ground running with it. Yeah. But the whole scene, like I think that my biggest takeaway, and I think everybody has a bunch of different takeaways, and it's become a think piece in the black culture, like in society right now, in regards to people thinking, was he right? Was he wrong? Should he have done that? Should he not? I just think that you could own a restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. But let me put it this way: nobody came there to see you, and I think that he came out there and wanted everybody to know that he ran the restaurant, and he feels more cultured than everybody else, and he felt like he was gonna make a point, and he was gonna make a scene that everybody's gonna have to respect it. And I think when he started talking, he just knew everybody was going to be like these super anti-niggas, like I just said, super like refined individuals who going to be like, oh yeah, that man, that's absolutely right. Yeah, you slow clapping all that. That was my takeaway. That he thought his audience was gonna receive what he was putting out there as like, because he said many times, I did it for the culture. I did it for the culture. Like that nigga wanted you to walk away from that like, oh, he is Tyler Perry meets Charlemagne the God meets Barack Obama. You right. This nigga has done it for the culture. We should celebrate him. And I think that he was tone deaf to his crowd. And for me, when I heard it, I was like, nigga, get out of here. If we were there, I would just start laughing.
Yeah,
like, I was like,
I don't think that. He seemed to be on the video. He seemed to be a light skinned dude. So he seemed to be very in his feelings. So I think everything he was saying was really from his heart. Like he really didn't want his restaurant to be that. But he didn't understand that as a light skinned little dude, he you know, when you have that type of music playing, things like that gonna happen when you serving the kind of drinks. That's gonna happen. Like I think.
Let me tell you what I.
I'm saying I don't think he was out there trying to be like, oh, putting himself in there like trying to get the slow cat. Like when he made his point, tried to walk off. I think he was kind of looking for one, but I think he actually went out there. No, listen, hold on, nigga, listen. I'm saying I think he went out there like really mad about them twerking in his restaurant because he wanted his restaurant to be taken seriously at first. I think after he made his point and said all of what he said, then he wanted to slow clap. But he didn't realize everybody in that restaurant was okay with people twerking in the restaurant.
See,
he was the only person that was okay with it.
I want to jump in on that, Los, because I'm entertaining that. I didn't want to necessarily disagree with nobody on it. I think we was all just having healthy conversation about how we felt.
Still healthy.
But I mean, anyway, so if you was the owner of that business, if we all had a little brunch spot but we wanted it to look a certain way, and it was twerking in our, I think it's wild. I think kind of saying it once I really like wrap my head around it, I think along the same lines as like predominantly white clubs saying no all white Air Force Ones. Like it's kind of wild. Like it's just like it's like you're gonna have no twerking allowed on your like, you know, on your front door. So what I learned, I just want to give y'all what I would do. What I learned just in my experience of being involved in clubs that don't necessarily want it to look a certain way is just change it up next time. But yeah, that's kind of wild for you to go out there and scream and holler at people about what they're doing on your dance floor or in your restaurant. And what I question is, what I wonder is was there a patron of the restaurant that was there that said, hey, I really don't want these people twerking around my table? Like, what happened for that man to go ham like that? Yeah. Because if it's just sheer, like, I don't want y'all twerking in my restaurant because my restaurant is not for that, then
somebody complain,
like, bro, like you don't know how to run a business.
Yeah. But I mean, you know,
the twerk wind. They said it was some twerk wind that got on some people's food.
No, they say somebody they crab cake and then it was a shit at it.
I mean, I'm gonna stand on what I said because of the words used. When you say things like "I did it for the culture" and he said it like twice,
yeah, he did.
He's not doing it for the culture. He's doing it for what his perception of what the culture is.
Well, hold on.
He doesn't understand what twerking, like quote unquote, or dancing when music comes on. As Roger said so eloquently when we first started this, is that when certain songs come on, dancing a certain way is very much part of the culture. I agree. If you're sitting here telling me that you did it for the culture and this isn't part of the culture, well, then you're misreading the culture.
That's why I said, like when he said, when Roger said you had to make sure you order your DJ playlist. Like if you're gonna play certain songs, you gotta know drunk women gonna shake their ass, and 75% of your customers are women. But if that's not what you want, don't play those songs, and they won't shake their ass. So my thing is this.
So don't play fuck them other niggas if you don't want niggas to fight?
I'll kill each other. Same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing. And then too, but my whole thing is at the end of the day, at the entire end of the day, that's that man's restaurant. He can do
so
that.
I got all these.
He can do and say what the fuck he want in that motherfucker.
And I played swag surfing, and all these niggas got up,
moving and start going inside,
holding each other around.
Yeah. So don't do that. But that's when I said at the beginning, you got that hot DJ to play certain songs, because he the nigga who bring the women out and make women come in when they like, oh, because women, it ain't
maybe
with women, no, maybe. With women it just ain't about brunch with them. A lot of women is not all, but a lot of women is not. It's about the atmosphere. Go ahead.
Devon said it really well. He said when you have a good restaurant, because you're talking a lot today. But Devon said this one thing today about you saying a circular point ahead, a lot. Listen, it was great, man. Look, y'all have a great weekend. Make it a best friend weekend. And we out.
Shoot at this nigga today. Yeah,
we just got through Burned His Boudin. That is interesting that you actually believe that they have that woman on the field for merit.
No, I just think that's what they had. I'm not going to believe that you just say, oh, they'll get a girl to make some history real quick because we about to get fired.
But I mean, you don't think, Lo said they got somebody at that school that could kick further than her?
Man, you don't think a lot of shit. But
no, I'm asking you.
No, I don't. But it's not about further though, Rog. It's about accuracy, dog. When you kicking, you can boot that bitch forever. But if you can't put it through them little fucking uprights or put it where they want it on the field, it don't matter, dog.
And I think that's the biggest point that I'm in disagreement with you on. Had they put her out there for an extra point or a field goal, we wouldn't have no doubt if she did a good job or not.
Well,
that bitch either stop. That bitch either going through the uprights or it's not, right? Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if we're putting her in the context of a kickoff, to me, there's no way possible she has a stronger leg than the boys.
But the thing about with kickoff, it ain't all about stronger legs. Maybe it's certain people who scheme their kickoff team to be direction. They want to here or there. That's how some people scheme.
But nobody.
So they put her in because she's a corner kickoff specialist.
All I'm saying is this: that's what that man called.
Los, if you kick it out of bounds, you get it to the 40. Like she kicked
Los,
it to the 40.
You know that girl was the kicker before that.
But they were trying to recover that hoe. The pooch, the original pooch.
It was a directional
I can tell you exactly what happened. The scout report said that man tried to catch the ball before when he fumbled it. When he tried to catch it, kicked it right. She did her job. So you ain't gonna discredit she not black. That young lady.
Clicksbury Steelers.
Yeah.
Black and yellow. Did y'all ever think about the fact? Click. Did you ever think about the fact that Wiz Khalifa made the theme song for both the Cowboys and the Steelers?
What's the Cowboys?
We them boys.
No, Lord. That shit almost made me throw up. Hate that hashtag.
We them boys. No, I hate.
I wonder if they hate.
So which one do you hate worse? DC4L or We them boys? Which one do you hate more?
I hate them both equally.
I hate DC4L more because on brand with my Burned His Boudin last week. That's what I hate when people be like, "I'm still a fan for life." Fuck out of here! Y'all gotta convince yourselves that y'all fans. And guess what? We 9-2, so that's all y'all need to worry about. And if we lost every game for the rest of the season, we'd be 9-7. And if y'all won every game for the rest of the season, y'all be 8-8. Fuck out of here, cowboy.
Whole ass nigga.
And y'all garbage.
And we fire. And that's every year. Yeah, okay. Whew. I don't like them boys. Get that Rumble queued up, man. Let's just start being on brand, cut. We could be finished before 10.
I doubt it. With the you don't know who I care and I got nothing nice to say.
Alright, so the second one is obviously the little Dallas restaurant I sent y'all.
You talking about New Reed in 61? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
New Reed.
You gonna watch that?
New Reed in 161. Yeah, we're gonna watch that in the middle of it, just to kind of get ourselves in the meat.
You didn't see that one yet, Rog?
Yeah, we seen it, but it's always better to have a little, because I'm gonna play the audio. I already downloaded the audio.
Got it.
So we can just kind of go right after it. Right. But let's go off of don't do 160. Don't do 160. Do 161. Do 161.
Man, okay, come on.
I'm not hitting the lyric right.
Why is he irritable?
Why is he irritable? No, Roger, I wasn't repeating you. I was doing the second little part of the song. Why is he irritable? Why is he irritable?
And I don't know.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2,